So take us to 2000. What was the vibe?
What was the vibe? So like right before I met Dee. So in the year 2000, I've just finished my sophomore year. We've just won a national championship. We're on top of the world. I'm headed into my junior year. I'm like just getting a cell phone for the first time, literally. I mean, like literally. I'm like, what did we do before? I don't know, but somehow we made it work. And we have this recruiting class coming in. So the first time I met Dee, she's a senior in high school. I'm a sophomore in college. And she comes on the recruiting trip. She's the only recruit in the history of recruits where the coaches were like, make sure she has a good time.
When you're a recruit at Connecticut, you always go to dinner to Coach Auriemma's house. Like, that's just a staple. And Miss A cooks, and like the whole team goes over. You get the sense of like, this is really a family. So I actually drove to Coach Auriemma's house in Sue's car.
She gets in the car. I have like, I don't even know, like a 1992 white Toyota Camry where like you had to like stick the tape in the cassette to use the CD player. And she was like, oh, you got a CD player? She's like, I got a CD. I'm like, okay. So she gives us her CD, puts it in. It was like all West Coast rap. And then she's like, you can keep that. And I was like, okay, thanks. I'm like, get out of here.
It was funny, like, I mean, Sue, the minute you meet her, you know, she's very reserved, and I'm kind of like the complete opposite. So I think I scared her a little bit, probably.
I actually am really shy. Definitely like a dip your toe in the water before jumping in type of person. I was just a little more reserved and like waiting to feel it out before I jumped in there with her.
We always got along, and we were forced to get along because after my freshman year, it was like, all right, this is your guys' team. What are you going to do with it? So I had to learn really quickly. And, you know, Sue was always right there helping me and making sure of the things that I needed to learn.
For me, a lot of it was figuring out what kind of leader I could be, or like what fits my personality. And I don't know that I knew this in the moment. I definitely did it, to be honest, but I started to realize how I could lead was just by being consistent and by example. I'm not the vocal leader that you see like pulling the team in for the huddle and like yelling at it. Like that's not at times, but that's not who I am like naturally. But what I will do is like put my arm around you and like maybe guide you through some stuff.
There was always this calmness about Sue, and the one thing until this day is she's more worried about you than she is about herself. She's always going to try to put you in the best position to succeed. And, I mean, she could pass her ass off. Sue makes very hard passes look easy. There is something to be said about just being able to pass the basketball to make everything work. And she's always been willing to do that.
On the court, I do like to make sure everybody feels good. Because if you feel good, you play good. So you just want people to feel good. And I think with Dee, because we were in the backcourt together and it was kind of our job as a tandem to do that, we really helped each other in a lot of ways. It wasn't just one way, it was both ways. Coach Auriemma was the assistant for the Olympic team in the 2000 Olympics. He kind of pulls me to the side somewhere and is like, you could be the next starting point guard for the Olympic team. If you want it, like it's there. Like it's there for the taking. By the time I finished college, that kind of put something on the map for me, right? To like strive for. Like I knew what the next step was. And then as my senior year came to a close, I was being told left and right that I was gonna go #1. So it was like very clear at that point that I was gonna be playing in the WNBA.
With the first pick of the 2002 WNBA draft, the Seattle Storm select Sue Bird from the University of Connecticut.
We are the first generation to go into college knowing there was a WNBA, to then play a college season, to get drafted, to play a full career. And we kind of created that path that is now known as the norm. And it's something I value more than any championship.